It is.
Well, there it is.
Go right ahead.
Okay, D. How would you synopsize the game tonight, and what were your thoughts in regards to what you guys faced?
We struggled with the same thing we struggled with in the first two games, taking care of the basketball. We let them get some easy offensive boards in the first half to kind of slow the momentum, and we did a better job of that in the second half. But we can't dig ourselves in that large of holes with teams that are that good. All stuff that we can kind of control, and we'll see them in the playoffs.
How difficult is it to deal with their length inside? I mean, you spend a lot of time, on Jones or Bonner down there. Talk a little bit about, matching up with them.
Yeah, they're on defense. They're long. They crowd the paint. They're always there, even if they're not there, because their arms are so long. So some of our post players struggle against them at times, but we got to find a way to counteract that long term.
And what was said after the game in the locker room is you put this one behind you guys and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, it's one game. We know we need to be better, but we still got 8-9 more games left that are also just as important.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Gordon.
Hey, D. Bill just mentioned that he thought, ball and player movement was necessary to kind of counteract some of the things that their defense was doing. Was it something that they were doing that caused you guys to get stagnant, or was it more on your end?
A little bit of both. I mean, they're a good team for a reason. I think some of our live ball turnovers were more on our end than theirs. So we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, and that's just period.
Thank you.
All right, D, you are done. We will turn it over to Chelsea Gray.
Peace.
Sam, as long as you finish this off, why don't you start us off with Chelsea?
Hey, Chelsea. How much trouble does their size and length, present you guys? I mean, it feels like they're maybe the only team in the league that can really match up in terms of their size and length.
I definitely think their length is what bothers us. They pack the lane. That's been who they've been, right? They execute offensively, half court. But then defensively, like, they're long, they step in the lane, they take up a lot of space. So that's definitely things that they talk about defensively.
Yeah, I mean, y'all closed, the end of the third quarter strong. It's a 4-point game going into the fourth, and it just seemed like, nothing would fall in the fourth. Is there any particular reason, or was it just one of those days where shots weren't going down?
Well, I started off with the turnover, and that didn't really set the tone well for us. So, and then we had some turnovers. They were able to leak out and get easy transition buckets, some layups, some pull-up jumpers that we could have negated, if we got some shots on goal.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
TC, you up?
Yeah. Chelsea, you talked about the turnovers. Bill talked about 14, more than what you guys normally have. Can you pinpoint why you think you guys were sloppy with that today? And do you think that, not playing in over a week has something to do with it?
No, I don't think not playing has something to do with it. I think there were moments where we were trying to push pace, but they were getting tips on balls. We were holding it a little bit too long. And so they were ready. They were able to load up a lot better as far as turnovers wise, and just bonehead type of mistakes, them not being tough with the ball and creating space the way we should.
I know you were pretty vocal about, the trip out there and everything. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that and what that was like?
It's terrible travel. Delayed once we landed here, delayed with the baggage claim in traffic time. We had to land in Newark and then drive here to Mohegan.
Yeah. Can you confirm that Jiggy looks like he's in a kitchen?
We are in a kitchen. Absolutely in a kitchen.
Thanks, Chelsea.
All right, Chelsea, we'll let you go, and we will see everybody on Thursday in Atlanta.